Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Saturday, February 15th, around 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 2025. Texas was rattled by a 5-magnitude quake earlier today, and we have a winter storm named Jett that's about to unleash its bomb. Keep calm. It's boom time. A winter storm and cold is threatening half of the U.S. next week, and the snow is on the ground. The global warming goodness is deep, especially in the Sierras. Some areas showing 6 feet of accumulation in just the last 3 days. We got hit too in Colorado, and good news for the snowpack in the west, as well as the snowpack up here in the Great Lakes region and the Northeast. Just north of Syracuse, over 3 feet of snow in the last 72 hours, and more snow is coming. Winter storm warnings have now been issued for 2 areas in Michigan with up to over a foot of snow there, 13 inches for the Upper Peninsula there. And New York meteorologists are eyeing a major snowstorm. It could be the snowiest storm of the season as the Midwest braces for 60 below temperatures. This is all care to Winter Storm Jett to become a northeast bomb cyclone with snow, ice, and high winds through Sunday. Fun day. Here's tonight's forecast. A wide area in that purple mix and pink showing ice with snow in blue and flooding rains in the green. And there is flash flood warnings out all over the south. Sunday's forecast, as the slow-moving storm slowly moves east, snow on the back end and a huge region of that mix and ice. Heads up, Boston. You're right in the mix zone. High wind alerts as well from Boone to Boston. Highest winds by the coast with the most. Additional snowfall in the next 48 hours could be picking up 24 inches up in the Adirondacks, over a foot and a half in Vermont, Maine, and New Hampshire. So a very good snowfall for the ski resorts in the Northeast. There is ice, as we said, for the next 2 days, a huge zone of mix as well as ice. The heaviest ice is going to be here in the Maroon, west of Ballston, out to Williamsport near Scranton, Albany, and the Catskills. Could be some serious icing from the storm. And like we said, there is flooding impacting eastern Kentucky and many states in the southeast today as rivers rapidly rise, and flash flooding is affecting many of those areas. Heavy rainfall has arrived in the mountains, causing several problems for those throughout the coverage area here in Kentucky, and there are rescues going on now as meteorologists warn of potentially historic flooding as a major storm hits the east with all the hazards. And here is the full forecast. An eastern storm bringing impacts from excessive rainfall, severe thunderstorms, and winter weather this weekend. Take a look at that colorful map. A winter storm is moving across the eastern U.S. this weekend, and we're looking at significant flash flooding ongoing associated from very heavy rainfall over parts of Tennessee and Kentucky. Flash flood warnings and watches up in maroon here, as well as green, and tornado watches in yellow. A lot of tornado warnings throughout the day today. Hopefully none of them touched the ground or caused any damage, but tomorrow we will have an update. Further south, severe thunderstorms may bring damaging winds and tornadoes later today over the lower Mississippi Valley. Heavy snow will fall over New York into northern New England through early Monday, fun day. So winter storm watches and warnings up for the Great Lakes in the Northeast, as well as the northern West and the northern Rockies. Quick look at some of these storms and how they will progress across the country. Here is the current position of that winter storm Jett. What kind of name is that, first of all? Anyway, you can see the area of heavy snow to the north, mixed throughout Pennsylvania currently, and severe weather in Tennessee, just approaching Tennessee and in eastern Kentucky. Looking plucky. 3 hours from now, that's going to explode into overnight severe weather with snow on the back end. grand solar minimum much. 6 hours from now by morning, the storm will be bombing out in the northeast like a beast with heavy snow on the coast from Pennsylvania all the way to Florida that will rapidly move offshore and continue snowing into Monday in New England. The west, some moderate snow throughout the pattern there. As another system here develops midweek next week, and we could have a nor'easter and some record snow for the Delmarva and Virginia Wednesday into Thursday. So buckle up. It's going to keep snowing and snowing and snowing. It's like the Energizer Bunny of snow. First system there, done by the weekend, could be bringing wide swaths of 16 inches to huge parts of New England, all those blue zones a foot or more. And then that southern storm develops here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, could be bringing a foot or more to eastern Virginia. Look at that. And the Delmarva, as well as portions of southern Missouri. Now, the sixth largest earthquake strikes West Texas. Yeah, a 5 magnitude earthquake tied for the sixth strongest earthquake in state history. And they've got a picture of a frack rig right here. Scientists have warned for years that increasing fracking in West Texas is causing higher earthquake activity. The activity itself is not caused by the fracking itself, usually, especially these larger quakes. It's actually caused from the deep well injection, where they take the toxic frack water and inject it a mile or deeper under the ground, causing pressure to build and then cracking at the surface. Seismic update. Here we can see that frack quake with aftershocks in West Texas, 5 magnitude in Toyah, Texas. One of the biggest quakes across the globe today, bested only by a 5.7 in Russia. Holy macaroni. Thanks, fracking. We do love our natural gas, though. Santorini update. The area offshore of Santorini continues to rumble at quite a spectacular pace here the last 24 hours, showing a slight decrease than the other day, but a general pattern of increasing quakes here at the 5-kilometer area, which is typical of volcanic activity. So if this magma is in place, then there may be a volcanic eruption. It could be happening soon with a boom. The rest of the worldwide volcano update. Ducono, 12,000 foot today. Sakurajima, 8,000 foot blast. Raventador to 16,000. Conleon on the list, 12,000. Ibu to 7,000. Liwatobi to 6,000. Santaguito to 14,000. Semeru on the list. Ducono to 12,000. Ibu to 8,000. Tal volcano back on the list. A 4,000 foot puff today. Santaguito, possible volcanic ash there. Semeru, who knew, now you do 15,000 foot blast. Liwatobi, volcanic ash to 6,000 feet there. Sakurajima, 8,000 foot puff. Etna, the subterminal lava continues to keep the flow active on the western, southwestern flank of the volcano. And we saw some amazing images of people skiing right near that lava, didn't we? And Semeru wrapping up the list, 15,000 foot puff. Worldwide volcano news out. Space weather, we've been in and out of geomagnetic instability. Even 12 hours ago, got to G1 geomagnetic storm. Care to our coronal hole 14 stream. And you can see the last 48 hours, plasma speed gently rising all the way up to 700 kilometers per second. That's what's pushing that KP up and that enhanced aurora. But that is all coming to an end as we wait for more space weather. A terrifying deep-sea predator with a snake-like head resurfaces after 80 million years, and scientists are stunned. Well, not really. The deep-sea predator from the age of the dinosaurs was recently found off the coast of Portugal. With a serpent-like body and hundreds of razor-sharp teeth, it has barely changed in 80 million years. The creature was pulled from 700 meters below the surface, and this creature still remains a mystery to science. It is called a frilled shark, and it is something to behold. Speaking of something to behold, we are about to do our first live stream radio show replay on Rumble. at Magnetic Reversal News on Rumble. We will do a full replay of the radio show. The topic is the rebirth of catastrophism, the clock cycle, recurrent nova, crustal slip, micronova, and the Adam and Eve story all in one place. Is any of it true? Is any of it possible? All you got to do is come join us at Rumble, 7:30 Mountain Time, in just a few minutes after this video. We'll see you over at Rumble, where we will rumble in the jungle. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share the video. We're shadow banned and demonetized on YouTube. Can you believe those pricks? We'll see you over at Rumble, where freedom of speech is king and there is no censorship, like it should be. Hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And join us over at Rumble in just a minute. Be safe. We love you. And that is a boom.